The Valley star Jax Taylor is detailing his life in the mental health facility now that he is out and has his diagnosis. He has been attempting to get help for some time now, yet he was never committed to following through until now. So, what was it like balancing life, work, and treatment? Keep reading for more details. During Jax Taylor's 8-season run on Vanderpump Rules, he attempted to go to therapy. Of course, he lied to his therapist about infidelity. He then tried Reiki, which did help him some, but he got a touch too close to his healer. Eventually, he gave it up and was let go from the series along with his wife, Brittany Cartwright. They were then cast on the spinoff The Valley, but right before the premiere, Brittany announced they had split. She moved out of their Valley Village home with their son, Cruz, and into an Aaron. The duo initially parted ways in January 2024, but said nothing until late February. She explained he had a lot of work to do for them to get back together. In the season 1 finale, Jax claimed he was heading to a therapy appointment but never went. It was clear he had no intentions of trying to better himself, and Brittany saw that. Filming began on season 2, and within a short time, Jax entered an inpatient treatment center. It was unclear if he did it for himself, his family, or to keep his job. Now he is out. And according to Reality Tea, he spoke about juggling it all on the latest episode of his When Reality Hits podcast. I will touch on a few things to give more context of what my stay at the facility kind of looked like because people are asking, and there's a lot of speculation online. Jax Taylor was diagnosed as bipolar and has PTSD while at the facility, but what was his day-to-day like? So, at the facility, I was allowed to have my phone during specific hours when I wasn't in therapy. My therapies were approximately 7 hours a day, and I was allowed outside the facility for like an hour each day. So, I would go to the gym. I was accompanied by, like a nurse, and yeah, I would go to Crunch every single day, probably I think for like an hour. A driver from the facility took me and checked on me the whole time. He did note that his experience was different from others, and that is normal. However, he did say that what he went through was incredible. Jax Taylor stated he was in the facility for 30 days and learned a lot about structure, which is what he needed. Shortly after he left, Brittany Cartwright had him served with divorce papers. They also opted to keep their podcast going but record separately. Brittany went to Hawaii with her The Valley co-stars, while Jax remained in California with their son. It will be fascinating to see how Jax's inpatient stay plays into the season as Lala Kent and Shiana Shea allegedly took over for him. Plus, he was served on camera, so that moment will be hard but interesting to watch. Do you believe Jax has changed, or do you believe it is all smoke and mirrors? Let us know in the comments below.